St. Clair County RESA presents Dateline Schools, hosted by Terry Harrington.
Throughout the year on Dateline Schools, we've been focusing on a group of teachers in St. Clair County working on the Classrooms for the Future project. So this week on Dateline Schools, our travels take us to Memphis Elementary School, where we get to talk with one of the teachers from Memphis Elementary School, Meran Khon. And Meran, what is your take on this whole Classroom in the Futures project?
It's very exciting because there hasn't been really a project of this scope in the past. So to be able to see different classrooms kind of reinvent their furniture and their design and just a whole new approach to how they teach is just very awesome, I think. And a lot of other teachers are watching to see what happens. So.
Why did you want to get involved with this project?
It's kind of funny. A teacher was walking down the hall one day and she said, "Hey, did you see that email about that grant? You'd be really good for that. You should apply." And I said, "Oh, okay, I'll check it out." And then I read it and I thought, gosh, that does kind of sound like me. So I have always been open to trying new things, trying new arrangements in the room, new furniture, letting kids kind of move. That's been a big part of my classroom. So I thought, well, let's give it a whirl and see how it works out. And it did.
I mean, just walking in your classroom today, you can tell it's not really your typical classroom. So, I mean, it really fits in what you've been already trying on your own.
Right. And a parent said to me once, before she kind of knew me and her son was new to my class, she said, "Is this a class for hyper kids?" I said, "No, it's just a class where kids are able to move, pick their seating, have more activities between transition times, and, more individual choice." So I think that's something I really strive to do here.
And just based on your own experience with the kids, and that, has that movement and that, that kind of that freedom that they feel really is conducive to good learning?
As long as you put expectations and routines in place, it can't be a free-for-all. I have very specific ways to move. We go through those the first few weeks of school, procedures about how do we move from, the reading center to our mailbox, or how do we move when it's time to read to self, or how do we work when we are doing math meeting on the floor. So yes, if you put those expectations in place, the kids respond very well, and I think they appreciate that freedom. They really seem to express, "Hey, I like that I can lay on the floor. I like that I can sit on a yoga ball." So yeah, I think they really respond well. And as far as their learning goes, if you can choose your seat and you can choose your activity, you're probably going to be more on task than if the teacher mandates that all the time. So
we'll be back with more tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington.